That was difficult. What was the problem today, specifically for you guys? Tyre temperature, keeping the temperature in, just not getting the grip from it?
Exactly. So getting the tyres to work and getting enough heat in the tyres, that's been the story of the weekend so far. And I think even worse in the wet today. We really, tried everything we could, but I think in the end, when we went for the intro in Q3, we only had 2 laps left, and 2 laps was never going to be enough to create enough tire temperature. So, other teams, they're doing a better job in that area.
So you think if you had gone for the inters earlier on in Q3, do you think you would have been able to get that up there on the front 2 rows today?
I think if we started with the inters, maybe, but it's a question mark. I think still some other cars, they can create much more tires than our car.
And just finally, for me, double yellows at the end of Q1. Were you behind Nicholas at the time, and did you lift off? We haven't seen the footage to know who was behind when it happened, but Kevin Magnussen said to us that everyone behind him didn't lift off.
I don't know which incident you're talking about.
So when Nicholas Latifi went off and there were double yellows in Q1, I think it was Sector 2, was it? There were quite a lot of drivers behind him at the time, and Kevin Magnussen said that a lot of them didn't lift off. So we're just checking with people we think were behind him whether or not they thought they lifted off.
Yeah, there was double yellows. I basically aborted my lap at that point, but I couldn't see any cars around, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, Lewis, that's a surprise to us. What were your thoughts during that session?
What's the surprise?
To see you guys where you are at the end of that session.
You've been watching all weekend?
No, I have been watching, but it just...
I was 20th before. This is an improvement.
But we're used to you coming back on a Saturday and just being able to turn it on and being able to find the grip and get the lap. So what was going on today?
There ain't no finding no grip. So, we just... I'm not really sure what to say. We tried our hardest and did the best we could, and that was the fastest we could go.
What was the feeling like in the car?
I mean, the track feels terrible. I mean, it has this. It's just like driving on ice. So, for whatever reason, some people can get their tires switched on a little bit better than us. I think ultimately we're all struggling out there, but some are better than others. But I'm not really. I did the best I could. I didn't spin. I didn't really make any mistakes. So I'm generally happy with what I did everything I could with what I had.